This is day 79 of Zohar Pshat, and we're on Castimon in Nagadama, and we are more or less halfway through the Amud, but counting from the bottom: 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19 lines at the bottom, more or less. The last one line is the Elaine. Elaine trained Mamani. These two Mamani, Afrira and Castimon. They are not successful according to the understanding of the Zohar here in having the procreating with the Nama. Parchim Pshat b'Chol. They go throughout the entire world. V'Hajim L'Asher, they come to their place. Pinu Misarin Le'inu B'nei B'noi Dekain, and they awaken within the descendants of Cain. Berucha the Yitzim Bishul, the Rebbe told us, the spirit of the Yetzirah to have progeny. Now again, assuming that this is a marshal, so then the Yetzirah of the twin Yetzirah of, on the one hand, the darkness, and the other hand, the light, but the light of misplaced light, misused light in this case, they're an impetus. The impetus both on the good and on the bad part to create progeny. And this progeny, evidently, from the kind, is in of itself demonic in some way, shape, or form, but it's not really human. But I think that in the context of our interpretation, means is that there's no respite for human beings from the twin Yetzirahs of misplaced light and actual darkness. So therefore, and this of course is the midah of Cain is gevura, misplaced, right? Using it for a tzicha. So therefore, there is this all the description of Cain here is negative, as it says that the Shmaya the Shelti Damon, the heavens there in this place of distortion, Lav Kahani, and they're not like ours. That's Ara Bechila Dilon Zroa, and their land does not beget with their strength seed, produce. Bechatz the Kahani and harvest like ours does. Larger of Kamashnim Zimni. And only what happens that it works effectively every several years and every several epochs. V'ilain Allah Dishmaya v'arka lo avdu, and these they're not actually gods right there, but they're kind of like, you're actually referring to them as kind of malachim, but again, they're malachim which are distorted because of their misuse of whatever is good and the bad, which are coming together. Lo avdu, they're not productive. Yodu me'ara, they're going to be lost from the land. So the choshmaya, and they're going to be destroyed from underneath from the heavens. In other words, the many tribes which seem to be positive in this world, which ultimately are negative, and obviously they're to test us. So the idea is that eventually they're going to be destroyed because they're false. They're also, it's interesting, they are they're isolated. They're not put in the line on top, so to speak, the top side, which is tevel. They shouldn't govern it. They shouldn't. They shouldn't have an effect on it. Punchline, so to speak. It says, "V'lo garmin lebnei nasha lisava Mikreh Laylah." There's a obviously the Afrira, or the darkness we understand, but even the Castimon, the restraint, the self-denial, if it's not done in a way which is just suppression and just a way to attempt to quash the Zohar without working on Kedusha, it's not going to help. It's going to be counterproductive. That's just going to burst forth. It's going to cause what the Zohar regards as being a very grave sin about Batala, because the restraint, which is Mikreh Laylah, the anus, but it's a result of a fixation during the day, and the fixation being one of suppression without any sublimation, without any attempt to uplift the Yitzhar of our bias, or to see one's avodah as a form of avodah Hashem, which therefore makes it a cause of simcha as opposed to frustration. I think it's something along those lines, and that is the mashal which we're dealing with over here. I can't say and we're not finished yet, I can't say it was perfect in explaining, far from it, how the mashal works, but I think we've so far given some lines, and of course, it's something which will be a recurring theme in only of Zohar, how to understand the mishalim of things which according to the Rambam and others, clearly cannot be taken literally.